Want to learn some psychology? Tough. You're going to. Fun fact about your stress system, it encourages you to fall back on your habits. You ever notice that? You have every intention of going to the gym and eating your salad, and you have a stressful day, and lo and behold, you're on the sofa eating a pizza, watching trash TV. If that sits in your habits and you have stress enter the arena, it just encourages you that little bit more to fall back on your habits. And in order to understand this, you've got to think about the role habits play for humans. Humans, broadly speaking, have two ways of navigating the environment: habits and goal-directed behaviour. A habit, you do it over and over and over, so your brain doesn't particularly have to think about it after a certain number of repetitions. So when you're driving to work, for example, you might not remember a lot of that because it's a habit, and your brain goes, I don't need to be too present for this, and it frees your brain up to think about other things, and it's why you don't remember a lot of your trip. Goal-directed behaviour is the ability to be driving to work and you come across a road closed sign, and your brain lifts you out of habits into goal-directed behaviour. After all, if you follow your habits, you might end up in the news for getting yourself into a little bit of a pickle driving through that road closed sign. Your brain's ability to switch between goal-orientated and habits is a very handy energy-saving mechanism. Human brains are very clever. But when you're stressed, stress is essentially a messenger that is telling you that your environment is threatening. And when your environment is threatening, you get geared towards surviving the threat. And complex problem solving, complex goal-directed behaviour can somewhat go out the window. And therefore you are left more exposed to your habits. And over time in chronic stress, you become more habitual, you become more habit focused, and the habit forming part of your brain actually increases. Which is interesting in terms of anxiety and OCD and a lot of mental health conditions, which is the more chronically stressed you are, the more you fall back on your habits, the more habitual you are in nature. And all things being equal, if all this is true, then if you need to recalibrate your brain from being too habitual into getting that nice balance of goal-focused and habitual-based behaviour, one thing to think about is, how do I get myself into a psychological state of safety? Because when your brain is safe, your prefrontal, the part that does the complex problem solving, starts to come back more online, and you get more access to goal-directed behaviour. Brains are incredibly nifty. They just get us into pickles from time to time. Just something to think about. Okay.